Okay. Kimberly, hi. How are you?
Good.
I love it. Okay. So we have like just about 10 minutes. So last week we talked about those 20 things that we're letting go of. Do you guys remember that? Or who remembers that? Kim, you were here, right? Katie, I don't know. You were here, Katie, weren't you?
I think everybody was there.
I just realized I forgot to do it. I'm sorry.
Oh, it's all good. We're just going to build on that. So maybe you can take some time and get that done. So we talked about getting clear on what you want, what you're committed to create, right? Your goal, to get that like real solid so you know what that is. And then we talked about identifying 20 things that's holding you back. Because for sure, what got us here to this point will not get us to our goal. We are going to have to raise our lid. We're going to have to improve. We're going to have to do some new behaviors. Step by step, we're going to have to really become a more polished leader than we are to take it to the next level. So identifying those 20 things that are not serving us, maybe 20 things, behaviors or habits or limiting beliefs that are holding us back. I think we all know that we have some of those and we all know what they are. But when you start to write those down, you're going to start to see all the things that we truly can just start to shift that are going to start to create what it is that we want. So those 20 things, if you haven't done that, I would highly recommend doing that. I'm actually going to be digging into mine this week and get real nitty gritty with every single one and kind of game plan how I can shift every one of them. I'm super excited about it. But let's go with that foundation. Ricky, yay!
My little boy, he called me sick just barely from school. I had to go grab him.
Oh, dang it. I'm sorry. Sick kids is a bummer. Okay, so your 20 things. If you haven't done that, Ricky, we just were talking about, last week we talked about identifying exactly your vision, what you're committed to create. For me, I'm just going to be transparent so you guys can get some ideas. Like, I want to make $50,000 a month. I don't want to say I want. I am committed to create an income of $50,000 a month. And there's a lot that's around that. I want to have lots of jewels on my team because I know that part of my purpose on this earth is to inspire people to step into their greatness and inspire people to create this opportunity and take the effing stress out of their lives financially and to just help people level up. That's part of my purpose. So the $50,000 a month is not necessarily, oh, I'm going to be like rolling my Louis Vuitton. Like, you know, that's not me. It's not about that. It's all based on my purpose, and it's all based on what I really want to create and what I'm committed to create for our family and our purpose and our mission. It's all one beautiful package, but you got to get specific. You can't just say, I want financial freedom. That's great. What dollar amount will feel like financial freedom to you? So we talked about identifying this. This was last week. Identify that. Get super clear on it. I want to take trips with my kids one-on-one. I want to take Jackson to New York, like in the next year, maybe the next year and a half with me and James, and just pour into my baby. I want to take Lucy on a trip. I want to take Christian on a trip. I want to take family vacations. I want to take extended family vacations. I want to give a lot. I want to have our basement. We have dreams with like traveling and motorhome. Like, it's big and it's clear. So I want you to get clear on what the hell do you want to create? What does that look like for you? What's the dollar amount? What do you want to do with it? Why? Like, get clear on that so that it's like crisp and it makes you move into action and do things that are hard. So that was last week. And then we talked about last week, identify 20 things that are holding you back. So make a list of 20 things that cannot minimize. Hey, sorry, you're going to have to just hear my messenger because it won't let me minimize to close messenger. So 20 things that you know are holding you back. It can be a limiting belief. It can be a habit. It can be a behavior. It can be logistically, my house needs to be clean. I've got to let go of cleaning my house. Like, I got to put a solution around that. 20 things that you know when you let go of it, you will level up. Okay, so identify those 20 things. I'm going to give you a couple of mine. I have, just to get your ideas flowing, I get to let go of indecision. I have always struggled with that, but not anymore, suckers. Like, I am decisive. I am confident. I make decisions quickly and easily. It flows. Like, that's what I'm creating. Comparison. I'm letting go of comparison. I'm letting go of limiting belief about time, that there's not enough time. Bullshit. There is too, and we can have it all. Ignoring my self-care is not an option. For me to level up and to get to the point where I know our family deserves to be, I cannot ignore my self-care. It is first priority, and me being aligned is at the very, very top of what I get to do in my day. I've spent a lot of my years not taking care of myself. That's why I'm so freaking passionate about it, because it is everything to be aligned. Not finishing things I start, inconsistency, my past excuses, people pleasing, multitasking, pleasing people that are close to me, scrolling on Facebook, no more. I will schedule the time that I open my phone and I scroll. There will be no more mindless scrolling for me, because I got goals and I got things I got to accomplish. So that's just some of my 20 things, okay? If you haven't done that, create that list so you can start to get real specific and start to step into some really specific other beliefs that are going to help you get toward that goal, okay? All right, so we're going to talk really quick about the 10, 5, 3, 2, 1 that we do. We're going to talk about the 10 part, because I think sometimes, at least I start to think of it as, oh yeah, it's my dig in and work plexus, which it totally is. But the 10 is there for a reason. There's a reason it's powerful and effective to get centered first. 10, 5, 3, 2, 1. So that 10 minutes is not just mindlessly listen to something so you can check it off and say, I did the 10. I want to get real clear on what you're doing with that 10 minutes. Because guys, every single person on this call, you are amazing, determined bitches. Bitches is a good thing. We have full plates. You guys are killing it in your lives. We don't have time to mess around. Every minute counts. So I want to make the most of that 10 minutes that you're investing to take care of yourself and to personally develop yourself. Okay, so how many of you have been in the cave ever? Like depressed, feel like you can't do it, feel like it's not going to work? Anybody? Okay. So it's okay to be in the cave. It's okay to feel those feelings, right? But what we're going to do this week is we are going to focus on being aware. Because if we are in the cave and we try to go do our work, being in the cave, do you think we're going to come off very passionate? Are we going to move anyone? Are we going to inspire anyone? Are we going to influence anyone if we're coming from a place of fear, lack, scarcity, indecision? We are not going to move anyone. So getting yourself aligned and getting yourself out of the cave first is the most important thing. So awareness. Is it okay? It's okay to be in the cave. We got to be aware though. So when you sit down to do your 10 minutes, and I hope it's at the beginning of your day, because you deserve to feel better and more aligned throughout your whole day, and everybody around you deserves to see you showing up in your power and not in your smallness by not being aligned. So if you can make it at the beginning of the day, great, but like doing it is better than not doing it. So being aware, coming to the table with, okay, I am in the cave right now. I feel fear. I feel like I'm not good enough. I feel like I'm never going to get where I want to go. I feel all these things. That's okay. Step 2, so right awareness. Step 1 is being aware of where you are starting. Step 2, have freaking compassion for yourself. The point of this is not to beat yourself up because you're in the cave. It's okay to be in the cave. One of my things that I get to let go of is staying in the cave. I can go in the cave and it's okay. And then I make the choice to get the hell out of there because I know it doesn't serve anyone to stay there, right? So have compassion. You're doing the best you can. It's okay. It's okay to feel those emotions. It's okay. But we get to have clarity on, so the next word is clarity. Write down clarity. Number 2 is compassion. Clarity on what you are creating, okay? You can make a choice in that moment. I'm going to create, I'm committed to create peace, confidence, and passion, whatever it is, and you can choose into that. Now let's talk for a minute about going from 0 to 100 in a split second. Are we going to go from being in the cave and wanting to just die to feeling passionate and full of joy and love in 1 minute? Like, it's not going to happen. That's not reality. Don't hold yourself to that expectation. But I want you in that moment, you are aware, number 1, you give yourself compassion, number 2, number 3, you have clarity on what you are committed to create, but you take a baby step. You say, okay, I feel like I suck right now. I feel like I have fear. What emotion would give me relief right now? Maybe it's just frustration. That's a level up. from feeling like you suck and you're the worst person in the world. So go there, find an emotion that feels like relief. Go one step toward being your truth in your light, and then go one more step. And you'll find yourself, you can pretty quickly start to get to joy, passion, light, truth after you start to exercise this muscle and start to get used to doing this, because it's a skill that takes practice, but you can do that. So get clear on what the next baby step is to work toward your truth. Guys, it's getting easier for me. Like, I can go from the cave to feeling joy pretty quick now. I've been working consciously on this for a long time, and I feel like I'm getting better at it. And guess what? When we're in that place where we have passion, we have joy, we are so freaking much more effective. That's why living in compartments works, because you can take 8 hours of work, put it into 3 when you are aligned, you are passionate, you are intentional, you are on purpose. You don't have to work 8 hours, because you are laser focused and your energy vibrates so freaking high that you're going to attract people, and it's going to flow, and you're going to step into abundance because you're vibrating with abundance, right? So then the next one is choice. You are always at choice. We have a choice to stay in the cave or take a baby step toward the light. We have a choice. And so recognizing that there are choices all day long. It doesn't have to be a bad day. It can be a bad couple of minutes. It can be a bad couple of hours, and then we can take a deep breath, blow that shit out, and we can start over. And we can choose to be our truth, and we can choose to let all of that go and choose into the now moment. So know that we are always at choice. The last one is action. So this is your 10 minutes. This is just 10 minutes where you're deciding what it is that shifts you, what it is that creates alignment with you, where you vibrate high, you have passion, you have joy, you have faith, you have peace, you have confidence, you are intentional and powerful. That can happen in 10 minutes. When you intentionally decide to do whatever it is for you, it's different for everybody, to get aligned, right? So then you've done this, then take action. Action cures fear. Action cures being stuck. Action cures everything. So take a baby step. Even if all you can do is find one activity that's going to give you a payoff. Take action once you are aligned. Maybe it's your 10, 5, 3, 2, 1, and you take action on the next few steps. I promise you, you do this and you are aligned, you are going to get much better results from that action that you're putting in with the 5, 3, 2, 1. You are going to get way better results than when you just start checking things off and you're not aligned. Mark my words, you do this for like a month, you're going to be amazed at what you start to attract and what starts to come into your space, because it's a law. You vibrate high, you align yourself with high solutions. You will start to attract those into your space. Okay, so we're almost done. So to keep it simple, step 1, figure out what shifts you. So you got these 5 words. When you sit down to do your 10 minutes, work through these 5 words so that you can work yourself into being in an awesome space and vibrating high, okay? So figure out what it is. For me, yoga, meditation. I go on YouTube and I guided meditation. I have an app that's awesome. I find one, I lay in my closet with the thing closed and my headphones on, and I say, guys, leave me alone, and I lock the door. 10 minutes. I come out totally aligned. I love guided meditation. It is my jam. Maybe it's yoga. Maybe it's going for a walk outside, like get some fresh air. Maybe it is going for a brisk walk, working out. What is it for you that makes you feel aligned, that like sheds all the crap and you feel like you can start over? Figure out what that is. Do that every day. Then step 2, choose, even if it's just one activity every day. Even if you don't do the full 10, 5, 3, 2, 1, I want you guys to do one activity every single day this week after you're aligned that is a high ticket, that's what I call it, a high ticket activity. When you look at your to-do list, which one item will give you the highest payoff? Maybe it's a post, maybe it's following up with one person, maybe it's reaching out to someone. You decide what that high ticket activity is, do it. Do we have time for this, you guys? 10 minutes, and then taking action on one thing. When you're from that high vibrating aligned place. Do you see how it's not about the time? We have time for this. It's not about the time. It's about being aligned, being intentional, and present. That's what creates these amazing results. Okay, so that's it. Do you guys have questions? And who's committed to do this? Like, are you guys going to show up and do this freaking thing this week? Tell me. Yes? No?
Yes.
I'm excited to hear what we create because, guys, miracles happen when you're freaking aligned. We don't have time. You know what I don't have time for? I do not have time to be unaligned. That is what's stealing your time. If you think, I don't have time to do this, you don't have time for the BS, those 20 things. You don't have time for the mind games. You don't have time for the indecision. We can do this with the small amount of time that we have as we're aligned. I'm so excited, you guys. This is so life-changing when we really step into this. Do you guys have anything to say besides I'm in love with you?
Hey, will you share some of your favorite guided meditations,
Yes.
like in our feed? I use this app, and honestly, like, it's not doing it for me. So
Okay.
I feel like I need some new things.
If you go into Synergy Plexus Builders, type in Synergy Spark. Whenever I find a good meditation, I put hashtag Synergy Spark and I post it in the group. So type that in, or even you can put in guided meditation. I try to put things in there so that you can utilize that. And also Preston's podcasts have been rocking my world. Today I listened to one, like every single one of them is amazing. So if you're not listening to those, that would be a really great way to just like get yourself aligned while you're driving, while you're doing dishes, like something mindless. It would be awesome. So, and I think the ones that I have on my app will make you download the app, but I have a really good one for starting your day like as a conscious creator that is my fave. So anyway, you guys, thank you so much for hopping on. I
Will
really
you share this
curious.
in the group?
What'd you say, Laura?
Sorry. Will you share this? Like, I know you record it for Erica. Will you just share it in the thing?
Yeah.
I just have a baby that's cried like the entire time. So
Oh, babe,
I'm
no
getting
worries.
like little bits and pieces, but I was like,
Yes.
she won't stop crying.
Yeah.
So,
You're amazing. Thanks for showing up, even with kids. That can be an excuse, right? But
Yeah.
you're amazing for showing up anyway.
so I just want to listen to it again if that's okay.
Of course. Yep. Sounds great.
Thank you.
I love you guys. You're amazing. Mwah. Create such a beautiful day, okay?
Bye.
Bye.